In this morning's Health Watch, how to avoid dangerous slips and falls on ice this winter. Joining us is Dr. Ronald Grelsamer, an orthopedic surgeon at Mount Sinai Hospital here in New York. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Maggie.
Do you see a lot of injuries from people falling on ice?
Well, unfortunately, the truth is yes. And of course, our goal is to try to minimize that.
What kind of injuries do you see? How serious?
People slip, they land on their wrists. Did they sprain or even break their wrist? They fall forward and they land on their knees. They can even break their knee or break their kneecap. It can be pretty serious.
The first thing that I think of when I think of avoiding falls is wearing the right shoes.
Absolutely. You want to wear, in fact, I have a little shoe over here, or a boot. You want to make sure that's a big boot. You want to make sure it's got a nice surface that's appropriate for the snow. There's some other obvious things. You want to not be text messaging as you walk along. You want to make sure that if you've had something to drink, and maybe you get a designated shopper for you. I mean, obviously, if you can avoid being out there in the first place, that's the best thing.
Don't drink and walk on ice.
There you go.
I know that you're going to demonstrate for us the proper way to do it because technique matters too. Would you mind?
Absolutely.
Great.
If you're walking down the street and you happen to know that it's going to be slippery, it's snowy, it's been icy, whatever, one thing you can do is to simply walk with your feet a little bit apart. Just like this. Okay. You wouldn't even notice.
Right.
My normal walk is like this, and now I'm walking with my feet just a little bit apart, and
Why?
You wouldn't even notice. It makes you more stable. Clearly, if you could walk like that, you'd be even more stable.
But then you'd look foolish.
A little funny. But just a little bit apart goes a long way. A second thing you can do is to walk with your knees bent a little bit. Like a skier learns the first day, you want to bend your knees. And again, you don't have to walk like a monkey, but if you just simply walk with your knees bent a little bit and your feet a little bit apart, that's going to give you some stability.
What about if you're walking down a hill? Do you also do like a skier?
Well, yes, exactly. If you're walking down a hill or steps and you can see that it could be slippery, the best thing to do is to turn sideways. And then as you're walking down, you don't want to cross over, because if you walk like this, as soon as your foot goes up, you're going to lose your balance, or potentially lose your balance. So you want to walk a little bit like a skier, sidestepping down a mountain, nice and easy, with your feet like this, and that's the safest way of going down.
And we have 10 seconds, but I love the point you make about your dominant hand. Can you tell us quickly?
If you're right-handed, you should hold your packages in your right hand, or if you're not carrying anything, hold your lapel so that if you do fall, you land onto your non-dominant side. If you're going to injure something, injure your non-dominant side.
Because you won't need it as much.
There you go.
All right, Dr. Ronald Grelsamer.
And thank you, Maggie.
Thank you so much.